Welcome to Encalm Lounge at Indira Gandhi New Delhi Airport Terminal 3. This is the line to get into the lounge. This lounge actually has a bit of a reputation of being the busiest lounge anywhere in the world. I don't know if that's true, but from the queues outside it was very long. But they do a very good job of getting just about everybody in. When I joined the line, I didn't think I would get in, but they got people through very quickly, and I got seated. So I grabbed the first seat that I could, and that was this one, and then I noticed some other seats further down, so I thought I would move along to the other area. Now what people tend to do is they will find an empty chair, throw their bag down to sort of reserve that seat, and then go off to get something to eat. So as you can see, this part of the area, nearly all the seats were taken, or there's some bags on the seats, and luckily I found a seat right down at the end here with a little bit more comfortable. So the vast majority of people were in this area where the tables are and also where all the food is, so we tend to get the people wanting to stay close to the food. Now the food here is all Indian food. There is a few other dishes like pasta and things like that, but everything else is all Indian food, so you can have Indian curries, Indian tea as well. So if you don't like Indian food, you may be a little bit stuck with just pasta, rice, and that's about it. So if you're expecting some, especially beef, obviously India, they don't eat beef, so you're not going to get a burger or anything else like that, or a steak. They do have salads, but apart from that, it's all vegetarian. Actually, there was no meat at all there. So I wanted to get a cup of coffee, but there were no cups.
Excuse me. Are the cups for the coffee?
The staff here were fantastic, very helpful.
Indian tea. Hello? Can I get a black coffee, please?
So I was there, the maximum waiting time is 2 hours, that's what they specified, but I was there for longer than that. I was actually there for over 3 hours because I was having the connection flight. So I just arrived, got off my other flight, and actually I think I had a 5-hour layover. So I stayed there for, I think, just nearly up to 4 hours I was there. No one kicked me out. I think that because there were so many people there, they probably didn't even notice who's been there for the amount of time they were there. So I just wanted a cup of coffee, grab some sweets and stuff. So this is the sweets again were all Indian type sweets. There were some cakes. There are charging points scattered all over the place. A lot of the chairs, like the chair I was sat on, they have charging points. This area a little bit more quiet, and I was going to sit there, but then I thought no, I think I'd prefer to go sit where I was. The tables, they don't have any charging points, but all of the seating areas here, they all have their charging points and plugs as well. So you can use your laptop if you wanted to. However, they were not all working. So this was a few hours later. I thought I'd get something to eat. So again, you've got pasta. And this was a vegetable curry. So being a lounge, the food is all unlimited. You can eat as much as you want. So it's just a case of going up and picking up what you want to eat. There's some rice there as well. And this is roti, or you may know it as chapatis. So it's just like a flatbread thing. It's not quite as nice as naan. Unfortunately, they didn't have any naan, which would have been quite nice. And they actually have proper knives and forks, which was unusual. Most lounges will only have like plastic forks. So when I got back here, the cups had actually turned up, so I got myself a cup of coffee and headed back to my chair. This was as I was leaving, so the 3 to 4 hours was there. It didn't die down at all. It was, you can see, it's still very busy. You can see this area full as before. They do have TVs with the boarding gates. There are no announcements, so keep your eye on the TVs. You can see just as busy as it was before. The food didn't change. This was dinner time, so I don't know what they'd have for lunch or they'd have for breakfast, but I don't think it'd be much different to what it is at the moment. So it would be like pasta, rice, some sort of vegetarian curry, salad. So I don't think you're going to have like bacon and eggs and a continental breakfast. So they probably would have fruit in the morning, but this was, again, during dinner time. Very clean. All the tables were wiped down, so I was impressed by the cleanliness of the lounge. The only downside was it was very busy, very noisy, but if you were to just go back into the airport and sit in a cafe or a restaurant in the airport, it's going to be just as busy. You get free Wi-Fi here. Now, one thing to note, the only way to access the Wi-Fi is by getting a SMS text to your phone, and if you do not have an Indian phone number, it can be quite difficult to log on. They do like to make sure they know who is using the internet. So if you cannot receive SMSs with your phone from whatever country you're from, you might get a bit stuck. You have to log in. They will give you a sort of a login password and stuff at the desk here, but you have to give them your passport details. So if you're not too happy about the Indian government knowing your whereabouts, maybe you need to use your data. So as you can see, the line was just as long as before. This was again 3 to 4 hours later, and didn't really get any less than this. And that is the lounge. It's on the upper level of the airport.